A blind piano player, wrestler, long-distance runner, and a creative spirit whose talents have taken her to the stage and into galleries and exhibitions across the U.S. are here to tell their story of their unique and incredible journey together. Welcome to the Nancy and Mike Show. Nancy and Mike will engage you with some of the most unimaginable and heartwarming stories of their extraordinary life. So please welcome your hosts, Nancy and Mike.
Hi, my name is Mike Zorick.
And this is Nancy Noble.
We are coming to you live from YouTube in Florida, God inspired. This is the Nancy and Mike Show. Today's date is November the 15th, and I am feeling horrible today. I am
And this is a number 17 show.
number 17, and I'm feeling very nauseated. And it's for those of you who don't like being nauseated, you don't want to be where I am today. So anyway, I don't know what the problem is. If it was something I had last night or whatever, but I'm going to try to get through this.
Okay.
So anyway, one of the things I promised I would talk about today.
Yeah? What's that? Oh, I forgot to read the show this morning.
Yeah, you sure did.
Sorry.
One of the things I promised today was to tell you what our Republican representative said. And it's turning out that she is 100% right. And if you listen to TV and how unpopular the Nazi Party is, you could take it from her, you could take it from me. The Nazi Party is not losing any ground.
But the government opened up.
Government opened up, and I'm going to talk about that.
Okay, good.
But what she said is, once you are a deep shit state, you will always be a deep shit state. There will never be any turnaround. I heard rumors that New Jersey was going to turn around.
Well, we were hoping.
And here's the thing. The Nazi Party is no longer the party that I used to be. I was a Democrat for 52 years. And the Nazi Party has become the Communist Party. And
they've really gone to the left.
We see it with Mandani. And yesterday they had an election, a mayor in Seattle. And she is another Mandani.
Yep, sounded like it.
And I think one of the things they're talking about Chuck Schumer not being what he used to be.
Yeah, well, that's pretty obvious.
Well, here's the thing with Chuck Schumer. The party is much worse than it was when he started. I think he's been in power now for 50 years.
Yeah, so.
And
things change.
Things changed faster than he's changing.
Yeah.
And the Nazi Party is now the Communist Party. Now, people will tell you that communism never works. But what's doing this is the young punks and the young bitches.
And the spoiled kids that don't really understand about the principles of God.
Well, they hate America. They hate God. That's it. It's plain and simple.
And the families need a mother and father and godly principles. It's just common
And
sense.
they don't have it. And I believe the only thing that's going to straighten this problem out is a civil war.
No, I don't see it. I think
And
that we're going to get better. God has a plan. Our God,
well, I don't believe
Jesus
that.
Christ,
But anyway,
Jesus Christ, and our God, and Holy Spirit in us. It's a power that people don't recognize. And it's time that we do recognize and honor them. They
well, we don't
deserve the
recognize
worship
because it doesn't exist.
in a lot of people's minds.
And
But it exists. No doubt about that.
I think that uh, in this particular case, uh, if we don't, they want war, and this is why I say,
Well, they want chaos. They do want chaos to distract the good people.
yeah, and
And if good people resent evil, that spirit gets in them.
I
And
know
they
that.
don't realize what they're doing, and pretty soon their confusion hurts the country. So that's their aim. Their aim is just chaos.
I think it's going to take a civil war,
Nah, I don't think so.
but
But we care about each other and we can disagree without being disagreeable, right? That's
yeah,
one of our thoughts. We have different
and
opinions, and our friends have different opinions, and we still have friends.
I say that every week, and I say that the Nazis will never change, and if we're going to straighten out the country, we're going to have to start killing them.
Well, we used to be Democrat. We changed. I think there's hope, Mike. I really do. I think there's hope that people will wake up and change. Look at Fetterman. He was really strange things he said before he got elected, but he's one of the ones that are saying, "Hey, this isn't right what the
That's
Democrats
only
are
one
doing."
guy.
No, but some other people are changing too. That's how the government got opened. If some Democrats hadn't changed, you know it.
So anyway,
So anyway,
the government did open,
yeah,
and I did not expect it to
I
open.
know you didn't.
I thought we'd have to give in
No,
to the Nazis,
no, no.
and the rhinos
You
would
know
open
Trump and
the
these,
government.
nope, they said they're not going to give the illegals all that trillions of dollars in support. They drew a line.
So
You're the one who taught me about drawing lines. Said,
yeah, I
nope,
know.
not crossing that line. We have to do it and stay in line with God, our God.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that's what I thought, and I don't know what happened to the Nazis, what made them give in, because they got nothing out of it.
Then if you listen to 'em, oh yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it. But they kept getting their paycheck. They says it was worth it. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it for anybody.
No, it wasn't. And I think one of the things that helped is a lot of the people who weren't getting paid were Nazis.
I know.
And
It hurt all the airports.
here's another thing: when they told the Nazi judges told Trump, you got to pay these people, and the Department of Justice says you don't have to do it.
That hurt Democrats.
That hurt the Nazis.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I think helped us.
Yes. And you have to give God credit.
Yeah, God was involved.
Yes, our God, Jesus Christ,
And
the Son of God, Jesus Christ.
they claim it's going to hurt Chuck Schumer. But what's going to hurt Chuck Schumer is the change from becoming communism.
Yeah, a lot of rock and roll and country western singers refuse to do any of their concerts in New York City because of Mandami.
And I say, good for you.
Yeah, drawing lines. We have to draw lines. When you see something is wrong, don't cross it just to be popular, just to get some extra money from concerts.
But how are the rich people going to leave New York? What about the athletes? What about the free agents in baseball and a variety of sports?
I don't think they're thinking ahead that much. What do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know. If I was a baseball player and I was going to be traded to New York, I don't know if I'd want to. Let's see who else is going to offer me any jobs because, baseball players are rich.
I know. And this guy wants to get the rich people. So, anyway, that's where we are with this.
Right.
And I'm looking at my watch. It's 10 after 12. And
well, if you want me to do my things, then maybe you can think of something to talk about.
yeah,
Okay.
do your thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're sitting up. Hey. Okay. So this is talking about Jesus. The disciples partnered with Jesus. They were fishing all night. This is before they met him and caught nothing. But everything changed when Jesus stepped into their situation. They worked and he worked with them, and together they saw amazing results. His persistence and power brought results that they wouldn't have experienced otherwise. So here's the scripture from John 21:6. Jesus said, throw your net on the right side of the boat and you will find some fish. And so when they did, they were unable to haul all the net in because of the large number of fish they caught. So we need to work with Jesus. And this is another one that was one of the fishermen with Peter. And here's another thing about Peter. So Peter's faith gave him courage. Okay, Matthew 14:30-31. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, Lord, save me. Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. That's when Jesus came walking on the water to be with his disciples on the boat. And Peter, he had faith. And he stepped out on we got to go to a break. And this exciting story will be right back. Nancy and Mike show.
Mike Zorick, a three-time California state champion in Greco-Roman wrestling at 114 pounds. Mike, blind since birth, was born in Hartford, Connecticut. He was a six-time national placer, including 2 seconds, 2/3, and 2/4. He also won the Veterans Folk-Style Wrestling twice at 152 pounds. In all these tournaments, he was the only blind competitor. Nancy Zorick, a creative spirit whose talents have taken her to the stage and into galleries and exhibitions in several states. Her father, a commercial artist who shared his instruments with his daughter and helped her fine-tune her natural abilities, influenced her decision to follow in his footsteps. Ms. Zorick has enjoyed a fruitful career doing what she loves. Listen Saturday mornings at 12 Eastern for The Nancy and Mike Show for heartwarming stories and interesting talk.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Hi, my name is Mike Zorick.
And this is Nancy Noble.
We are coming to you live from YouTube in Florida. And this is the Nancy and Mike Show.
Yep.
And when we left you, Nancy was getting to the climax of her great story. And she's going to continue that before I come back.
Okay. So now here Jesus came walking out on the water, which is pretty amazing. And Peter was excited and he wanted to walk on the water like Jesus. So he was looking in Jesus's eyes and Jesus said, "Come on out." So then he saw the waves splashing around his feet and the wind, and then his fear made him start to sink. And when Peter needed help, Jesus immediately reached out and caught him. How often do you let fear and doubt pull you down? Now, doubt's the opposite of faith. Remember that. So don't let doubt pull you down. God's grace is never far away, no matter how often you make mistakes. God's hand is always there, just ready to catch you. So we need to thank God for his grace that lifts us up when we stumble. And we need help, and we know the source to get us some help. I heard this one story where this little girl had some interesting stories to tell her mom, and a friend was there in the kitchen too, and the little girl would say this and that, and the mom would say, busy with all her cooking and all the stuff she had pressuring her to do. And the little girl told another good story that needed some kind of comment, and the mom said, So after a few more uh-huhs, the little girl tugged at the mom's shirt and said, "Mom, why don't you talk and I'll do the uh-huhs?" And it reminded me when I was a little girl, I could hear my mom talking away and my dad saying, and I knew he didn't hear a word. And then one time, my sister told Mike and I about a horrible thing that happened to her, and she went in the kitchen. She told my dad about that, and he said, "That's nice." And it was horrible. She ran out of the kitchen crying. I mean, don't say unless you know what you're saying to. You might be going on the other side and encouraging, or you might hurt someone's feelings deeply, because they needed to hear some answer, and our God listens. Sometimes you think, hey, what's happening? Even David, when he was in trouble, he said, hey, come on, when are you going to remember me? And then he started thanking God. And I think we're getting close to Thanksgiving, and we need to be gracious and thank God. Oh, and this one guy, I don't know if you ever listened to this guy. He has given 15 minutes. He said that we need to be aware now. Be praying for this country and be aware. So I think that's a good note to end on. Be aware. Huh, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thanks a lot. But anyway, if you can't tell, I'll tell you, I'm struggling today.
I know, Mike.
And anyway, one thing I wanted to mention last Monday. Now, remember, I told you that one Wednesday we went to Oxford, which is way out in the middle of nowhere.
And we had good friends drive us.
Yeah. And they said I had no cancer.
The doctor said, I don't
The
see any
doctor.
cancer. And I went, woohoo.
So then the following Wednesday, we went to the regular urology place,
Which is not that far.
not that far. It's a lot closer.
And we got a nurse practitioner, they called her.
They said my pee looked good.
Yep.
Now, last Monday,
Uh-huh.
we needed a ride to Nancy's eye doctor.
Yeah, because they put some kind of stuff in my eyes, so my eyes weren't protected from the light, so I couldn't drive after that. So we needed that same nice girl. She drove us and waited, and they didn't take as long as the last time she came.
No,
with
they
us.
took less time this time.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm getting to with this
Mm-hmm.
is another good report for Nancy's eyes.
Yes.
So we got 3 good reports.
Very welcome.
Very welcome. In 12 days.
Yay.
So, when you hit that kind of average, usually you hit an average, well, one's good and two's bad, or two's good and one's bad. But we hit all 3 of them.
And we were also saying this morning that we haven't had any hurricanes here, all in this hurricane time.
No, this is the first year.
Yeah, first year since we lived here.
Hurricane season has till November 30th. And
but it's looking
we
good.
don't see anything on the horizon. So,
there are things to be grateful. That's what I think.
And that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because hurricanes going through them every year, they're no fun to go through.
Mm-hmm. Very stressful.
And you don't know when they're coming, what kind of damage they're going to do, how long they're going to last, and you're helpless.
That's for sure. And we should pray for the people in Jamaica. They really got smashed by hurricane. It's we know how scary it is, and help them.
Yeah, Jamaica really got it bad.
Yeah.
And we used to know some people who lived in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they're still alive, but anyway, we know some people who lived in Jamaica and they liked it.
Sure.
So that's where we are with that.
Okay.
Now let's see what else is happening.
Anything with sports that you're interested in, or anything about Any good trades in baseball or anything? I don't know.
Well, I'll
That's
tell you what's happening with baseball.
okay, good.
I'm checking out the baseball channel once in a while and getting frustrated with it.
I know.
And I'm getting frustrated with it because they got about 5,000 awards. And I don't care about all these awards. It's a lot more awards than the Academy Awards. And I'm just not interested.
Right.
I know who I think the best pitcher is, and
Who do you think is the best pitcher?
I think Screwball is the best pitcher in the American League, and Paul Skeens is the best in the National League. And oddly enough,
Uh-huh.
they got both of those correct.
Good.
And I was hoping that Crochet would be in there for Boston, but I don't even know if he made the top 10. I think he should have done better than he did.
Right.
But that's
Who's the best with touchdowns? Not touchdowns, but home runs, I mean.
the best with home runs was Kyle Riley.
Oh, yeah. I heard of him.
He's catcher for Seattle. I think he hit 60 home runs. He hit 60. And
Boy.
there was a battle for the most valuable player
Uh-huh.
between him and Aaron Judge.
Yeah, Judge is cool.
And a lot of people thought that they should have given the award to Riley, but they gave it to Judge. I think they did. And that kind of stuff never interested me.
All right, I know.
And it's political, and I know when Nancy watches the Academy Awards, I usually watch it with her, but I'm not interested in stuff like that.
And we hardly go to the movies anymore.
Yeah, so when Nancy doesn't know because we don't go to the movies anymore. And when we used to buy the local newspaper
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
on Friday.
I really enjoyed going Friday, getting the newspaper, looking at all the movies, see what they talked about, and then we'd watch a TV show that thumbs up, thumbs down, and it gave us an idea what's out there. But now I have to go on the computer to find out stuff. I don't know. I'd rather have it written in the newspaper and saying, well, this gets a star, or this gets 4 stars, or, something like that.
Well, Almighty God has taken over, and you're never going to see that again.
I know it. So
And
that's why I don't go to movies much.
that's why we don't even know what's playing. So anyway,
I did like to go see The Chosen. That was good. I liked seeing on the big screen when Jesus came to town and all the cheering people. It was beautiful to see on a big screen. I did get to see it on the DVD, but it was better to see it on the big screen. It was pretty exciting. I loved it. Okay, well, we're going to a break, and this is the Nancy and Mike Show. We'll be right back.
Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness: Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation.
Hi, my name is Mike Zorick.
And this is Nancy Noble.
We are coming to you live from YouTube in Florida.
Yep.
This is the Nancy and Mike show. And I think I did say it was number 17.
Yep.
But I got to check myself because I'm off today and
You're hanging in there.
I don't know about that. But anyway, one of the things today is day number 13 of college basketball. And the Big Five, who was LaSalle, Penn, St. Joe's, Temple, and Villanova, my Philadelphia teams,
Yep.
They don't look very good.
Really?
The best team out of all of them, I would say up to this point, of course it's early.
Yeah, I know.
Most people have played either 2 or 3 games, but it's Temple. Now, I didn't expect that.
How about Rutgers?
Rutgers is not in the Big Five, but Rutgers is 3-0.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see that. Rutgers is in the Big Ten. And Nancy was reading me some of the conferences today. And the Atlantic 10 has 6 teams in it that are 3-0. So that's very good when you're thinking about how many teams you're going to get in the NCAA tournament.
That will help them. That will help them.
Yes, if they continue that, it will help them. Because they got 6 now. I don't know how many are going to win today. But
I like it that we get serious on the computer because Mike can listen to it just like it was a radio show. So that's good for Mike. And I can still watch TV in the same room with him, and I don't have to tell him what's happening because it's like radio. So that's good for us.
now there's a lot of people who hate the New England Patriots. And they've had 11 weeks so far.
Yeah.
And New England still hasn't gotten its bye. And they don't want to give them their bye because
Why?
they got guys who are hurt.
Oh, they want to wear them down, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't
Boy,
know.
talk about favoritism and hatred. Come on.
I don't know if they're going to get their bye or not. But
Okay.
what?
But I did read the football stuff coming up tomorrow. Are they
Yeah,
going to play?
but they played Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And they played
And
against
they won.
the Jets. They won 27-14.
Yeah.
But you can see they're struggling. They need a rest.
Yes. We can
And
see it.
they really need a rest next week. And I see that Indianapolis is getting a bye, and
How about how about Philadelphia?
Philadelphia had their bye.
Okay.
And I was watching Philly play Green Bay last week. And boy, it was really gosh awful.
Who won?
Philly won 10-7, and don't ask me how. Philly was penalized for like 300 yards.
Whoa, that hurts.
And you name it, holding, pass interference. There was one series of downs in the second quarter where Philly was penalized 65 yards. And that was, of course, that was 3 and out. And a lot of that threw out the whole game.
Oh,
And
I don't know how you could stand to watch it.
I told Nancy, I said, I don't think Green Bay is ever going to lose a home game. But anyway, that's what happened.
Right.
And it was hard for me to watch. And some of their offensive guys are complaining because of that
Yeah,
situation.
they're trying to get it forward, go forward, and then they keep
And the
getting
referees keep
penalized.
pushing them backwards.
I could see that.
And
How about basketball? Professional basketball. Are the Celtics bad this year?
they're better than I thought they would be. They're I think they're 6-7. And they won their last no, they didn't win their last 2 games. They beat Memphis.
Uh-huh.
And they lost to Philadelphia by 2 points.
Oh, I know. I saw that part.
That was a fun game.
That was. Yeah, I watched that with you. That was fun. Especially because you like both teams. That helps.
Yeah, it does. And I didn't care who won.
Yeah. It's hard when you get so upset.
But they were saying that these 2 teams will probably be in the middle of the pack. I was hoping one of them would be in the lottery.
Well,
But
they have to be way down in the pack.
yeah, but then if you're in the lottery, you get a good pick. And I was hoping that one of them would be in the lottery. Philly's 7-4, and Boston is 6-7.
Mm.
So neither one of them are that great. Neither one of them are that. No, I think Philly lost yesterday.
Oh.
They got blown out by Detroit. They were ahead for a while. Yeah, they lost. So Philly's 7-5. So anyway, that's where they are. And anyway. Yeah, I'm looking at my watch here.
Mike has an interesting watch. I don't know if you can uh, picture it, but he can push a button and it opens up like a book opens up, and then he can feel the little dots. There's like 2 dots on the 12, and then a dot on each other number, and he can feel where the hands are, and then close it back up with a click. So I brought one of his watches to school when I was teaching, and the kids were really interested how it worked. And we used to speak at schools, and they would see how he worked his watch. Yeah, Mike has a whole different outlook on things. It's mainly feeling things. Like to read Braille, you have to feel the words, and different cups and saucers and different things. He uh, I see things different and he feels things different. That's all. But we get along great. So it's been, let's see, we've known each other maybe 47 years, maybe, because we knew each other a couple years before we got married.
Yeah, that's right.
45, 47.
Mm-hmm. And Trump is 45, 47.
I know. And a long time ago, 45, 47 would be like funny numbers to us. I don't know why.
I don't know why either, but I remember when we had that day when they were funny numbers.
Yeah.
And
Mike loves numbers. When he was in school, he used to do all his math homework on Friday and then all the rest on Sunday. So I wasn't that into numbers. I have to see him. I can, like when I'm doing the checkbook, I can give him these numbers. He comes like that. I have to go borrow here, cross over there, and a little now the 10 is a 9 and all this. I have to look at it, but I guess he can. I don't know. When you see it in your brain, you see braille dots. I mean, you feel braille dots in your brain to do math.
yeah,
It's another world.
it's totally another world
You know it is.
that is so different
Uh huh.
that it's very hard to explain.
Yep. I remember when you wrote your book, Making Weight, this wonderful woman, she said, well, you're trying to bridge the gap between the sighted people and the blind people. And it's not an easy gap to bridge. It takes understanding and patience on both sides because a lot of blind people during the China virus, they were getting very upset and frustrated, and a, a couple of your friends, I know, they started swearing because of frustration and being left
Yeah,
behind.
the social distancing
Blind
was
people
bothering
can't
them.
have this social distancing or the distancing because they have to touch. They're touching. So bridging the gap, it took a big hit with that, huh, Mike?
Yeah,
Separating people, couldn't get close to each other. So I know our friend Ben moved away, and I want to get in touch with him. He really helped us when we moved here, huh, Mike? I don't
yeah.
know. I don't even know where he moved now.
I don't know where he moved either, but I do know his phone number.
Yeah, he said, "Don't worry, I'm going to keep my phone number." So good. We'll have to call him. But our other friends that drove us and drove me to my eye exam, that was really helpful. And she was very patient, huh, Mike?
Yeah. And she picked us up way early.
Yeah.
And we had one thing that you people may or may not know. We had a horrible week weather-wise.
Yeah, it was cold. It was cold. We have our winter pajamas on. But now it's getting warmer. Now it's 80. Huh? It's going to be 80 tonight.
Yeah. So
We're going to go to a break, guys, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Mike Zorick, a 3-time California state champion in Greco-Roman wrestling at 114 pounds. Mike, blind since birth, was born in Hartford, Connecticut. He was a 6-time national placer, including 2 seconds, 2 thirds, and 2 fourths. He also won the Veterans Folk-Style Wrestling twice at 152 pounds. In all these tournaments, he was the only blind competitor. Nancy Zorick, a creative spirit whose talents have taken her to the stage and into galleries and exhibitions in several states. Her father, a commercial artist who shared his instruments with his daughter and helped her fine-tune her natural abilities, influenced her decision to follow in his footsteps. Ms. Zorick has enjoyed a fruitful career doing what she loves. Listen Saturday mornings at 12 Eastern for the Nancy and Mike Show for heartwarming stories and interesting talk.
Hi, my name is Mike Zorick.
And this is Nancy Noble.
We are coming to you live, broadcasting from YouTube in Florida. This is the Nancy and Mike Show. And one of the things I was listening to yesterday, I was listening to my favorite sports guy, Lee Hacksaw Hamilton. Am I okay?
Yeah, I'm just looking for stuff to read. Let's see. Okay.
And anyway, talked a lot of baseball yesterday. And one of the things that baseball's been over for a few weeks now, and you can't sign free agents. I think the earliest you could sign them is November 18th. And I know what I could talk about. This Monday, we have blood work.
Yes.
And I know that's something that Nancy doesn't like.
I have a hard time getting that blood out of my little veins.
They do. And
but they have a good job with you.
They don't have any problem with me because I used to lift weights, and
you're an athlete.
So I used to be, but I don't feel like one now.
I know.
I feel like I'm on my last leg. Did you find something?
Yeah, I have something about being diligent and being focused. So this is from Proverbs 10:4. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring health. So the Bible encourages us to be responsible stewards of resources. I remember looking up stewards, it's like manager. So God gives us our resources and gives us talent. So therefore, when you need a boost of energy to be more productive, ask God to fill you with Holy Spirit so that you can be diligent and responsible in all you do. And ask God to help you use your talent and time to benefit other people. Please ask him for help for being diligent and focused. And I remember we were taking Ashley running, and she was in a tournament, and Mike and I used to take her to tournaments because her father worked full time, and their mother lived in a different town. So I said, when people say your name, you start giggling and you're in a race. You have to be focused. And she said, well, one time in school they were talking about the Black Plague, and I was really interested in that. And I said, that's what you need. Like you were focused on that disease, be focused on your steps, on your breathing, on the race where the people are ahead of you or behind you. And when people say your name, just let it go over your head and just keep staying focused. And it did help her. And she won some awards. And we enjoy taking her places. And I just think that, let's see, here's another one. He who is slow to anger has great understanding. And that's Proverbs 14:29. Most anger is caused by hurt, hurt feelings, or fear, that's lack of faith, or frustration. So deal with the initial cause rather than expressing your anger, and don't resent. So Mike and I, we first met. I went over to his house. He needed someone to read, and he had a piano because he's a great pianist. And he had all his awards over on the piano and a teeny weeny little television, the smallest screen, because, he just needed to hear the TV, not see a picture. And he was very nice, and he had a great big no smoking sign on the front door. And he invited me in, and I didn't know him. So he said I sat way far away from him. And he was very friendly. And I read to him. But then he said, you know what I really need is someone to take me running. He had a bike over by his weight bench in his apartment. So I said, well, I could ride the bike. So that's what I did. That's when we first met. I would start taking him running, probably Mike knows exactly what, about 6 miles each time. And I was so tired. I would plop on his sofa, and he was the one running. I was walking. And he went to the kitchen. He got me some Reese's peanut butter cups, which we both like. And he got me some iced tea. And that's what we first did. I'd take him running, I'd read his mail, and he would, sometimes we'd go out to eat. And then my boyfriend was getting jealous. He said, hey, is this a job or what? What are you doing? He said, well, if you want to just do it, and then as soon as you finish, take him running or reading, just leave. But I don't think that's right of you to go out to eat with him. So I talked to Mike and said, well, my boyfriend said, we're not supposed to do that. We just do it like business. And Mike said, okay, if that's what you want. I said, that's not what I want. And I told him, I want to be friends with you forever. And pretty soon, this guy, I'm not going to name him, but he said, okay, you're going to have to break up with him. And he came over and talked to Mike, and I left. And anyway, Mike won. Yay. Mike tried like he tried to get through today's show, and he did pretty good, but he had to go lay down. He's not feeling good today. So I'm wrapping this up. I just hope you'll be aware and give thanks and get ready for Thanksgiving. It's a nice holiday where we don't have to go out and buy a bunch of presents, just enjoy each other and be grateful. So we will see you next week, and hopefully Mike's feeling better. And that's it. This has been the Nancy and Mike Show. Take care, guys. Bye.
This has been the Nancy and Mike Show. Tune in each week and become part of the conversation of the amazing journey of Nancy and Mike.